You are now entering the Rawrrzone.
USO 82.3 FM, we're the independent artists. Now streaming on all smart TVs. Just add the Live 365 channel and search PUSO. PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are the stars.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
Shop my icon.
Don't play with it, bring it, come. Why you so shy, baby? You already won. Wanna put you in my favorite position. Baby, take time with it, it's a marathon. I know. You never have a man once, so no matter how close I go, I'm feeling like I can't let go. Grips on you tightly, I can feel your temperature. Baby, why you tempting me so? I love it when you press my up. I love it when I can feel your temperature. Baby, why you tempting me so? Feeling like you want give me some when I pull up, don't ride. My body's on you, your body's on me. So close I can feel you breathe. Now let me give you loving and let's be, yeah. My body's on you, your body's on me. So close I can feel you breathe. Now let me give you loving and let's be, yeah. You say I love the way you do me. Girl, my body on your body like a two-piece, yeah. We can make a little movie. And how you give it to me just like that. I know. Girl, you turn me on. The way you blow my mind so I'm tempted to touch. Grips on you tightly, I can feel your temperature. Baby, why you tempting me so? I love it when you press my up. I love it when I can feel your temperature. Baby, why you tempting me so? You know how to survive with me. Put your phone on D&D. When my body's on you, your body's on me. So close I can feel you breathe. Now let me give you loving and let's be. You know that it's a vibe with me. When my body's on you, your body's on me. So close I can feel you breathe. Now let me give you loving and let's be. Na.
Shop my icon.
Never discussion, you talking, she already moving. Leave it behind, she focused on working and improving. Got it by penny betrayal, already been through it. She look at her options, she know that she look at her options, she know that she overly qualified. Past people traumatized. Niggas is dirty and telling lies on the real. Something they call me mom. Shorty, she specialty. Sipping so faithfully. She came for some problems, but luckily I'ma kill. So I do what I do. Girl, you the one I took. But if you wanted to, on the billboard, have a public view. You the prize, no, you untouchable. No, I can fuck with you. Even I wanted to, on a bad day. Shorty, your fatty, yeah, she know what she doing. Not for discussion, you talking, she already moving. Leave it behind, she focused on working and improving. Got it by pain and betrayal, already been through it. She look at her eyes and she know that she look at her eyes and she know that she only qualified. Past even traumatized. Niggas is dirty and telling lies on the real, so let me call me mom. Shorty, she specialty. Sipping so faithfully. She came for some problems, but luckily I'ma kill, so I do what I do. Girl, you the one or two. But if you wanted to, on a billboard, have a public view. You the prize, now you untouchable. No one can fuck with you. Even I wanted to, on a bad day, still functional. Now for discussion, you talking, she already moving. Leave it behind, she focused on working and improving. Got it by pain and control, already been through it. She look at her eyes and she know that she look at her eyes and she know that she overly qualified. Show to your buddy. Kill.
Queens, are you ready? On Saturday, October 26th, doors open at 2:30 p.m. Please head out to Sanger Hall in Woodside for the official book launch of Sadie's favorite, the bold new release from mental health advocate and the genius behind BPD Beautiful, Miss Sarah Rose. It blends fiction, mental health, trauma and healing, and music. Sadie's favorite is more than a story, it's an experience you're not going to forget. Please come out and celebrate this with us. It's a celebration of resilience, creativity, and community. We'll catch you all over there.
PUSO 82.3 FM, we're the independent artists. Now streaming on all smart TVs. Just add the Live 365 channel and search PUSO. PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are the stars.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
New York, what the fuck is up? It's your homegirl, Ivy, Katie, whatever you want to call me. Just talk to me nice. This is Welcome to the Rawrrzone, live on our website, www.rawrzonenyc.com, Mondays and Thursdays. And of course, you'll catch us Wednesdays, 8 a.m. Eastern Standard Time on Pulso 82.3 FM, and Friday nights at 10 p.m. on the Evening Rush Radio Network. And we are powered by Cap House Media. Everyone make some motherfucking noise. Before we get our guests on, we got a couple of more songs, but we got the premiere of the new Ray Pearson song, Levar a Lounge. Before we get our guest on today, we got a couple of more songs, including the premiere of Ray Pearson's Llevar la Antorcha, aka Carry the Motherfucking Torch. This is live on Welcome to the Rawrrzone on the Evening Rush Radio Network, Pulso 82.3 FM. We're powered by Cap House Media up in this beach.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
I'm a loud and proud Boricua from the Bronx, New York, baby. Suave! Look. Before 21, it was the same. Work with so-and-so, dropped by so-and-so, still I remain confident in my game. Well, this image I portrayed, once I'm 21, I'm the only one that I could blame. That's why I'm hands-on every decision made. Which beats I paid for, what shows I'm played on. Every day I stayed on the path I paved. So if I'm underground, show me my grave, my tombstone engraved. What it'll say is before the years, I've been had the answers to my left, so you were swayed. On God, it's my time. Watch with this ease, I'm the bomb the way I'm ticking. You would have thought I had limes. No way, I'm not gonna shine. Since I'm shooting for the stars, I'm Steph Curry, fresh out of Columbine. Yes, I'm blessed. And still going through the stress, I'm still having more to get off my chest. Before they drop my corpse, I'ma make sure I carry the torch. Word. When lines got crossed, I told myself I'ma carry the torch. Word. If my heart stops and my soul rots, if they think that I'm a flop just because I won't pop, even at the bottom, I'm forever on top as I carry the torch.
The unstoppable Ray Pearson.
It wasn't all sunshine and rainbows, just crunch time whenever Ray flows. Punchlines insane though, punchlines were played most whenever I exchange notes. Not one time I made so much green, no pesos. That's why I aim higher every time I rhyme. The torch that is my pen produces fire every time I write. I remember times I had to fight for my pop's attention when I had the mic. That ain't a diss to my pops in my mention. Was just a kid, a notepad with a pen in my right hand, 99-cent headphones retention, resulting in flames with everything I say. This is a salute to my high school counselor laughing at my grades. Talk to her. She cared enough to not care enough, cause it wasn't worth what she was paid. That's why some will say what they want about kids who sell drugs, do drugs, drop out, get sprayed, get played, locked up for how they move and behave. Not I, this cat would have hit the streets like a stray. What you expect when the odds are stacked and the people turn their backs and all you have is scraps and your shelter is the trap. I'm the opposite of that. I'd rather penny pinch, become a Grinch with pockets full of no cash. Don't ask me for shh. Keep it quiet when I'm handling my biz, cause all I have in life is this. Before they drop my corpse, I'ma make sure I carry the torch. Word. When lines got crossed, I told myself I'ma carry the torch. Word. If my heart stops and my soul rots, if they think that I'm a flop just because I won't pop, guess what? Even at the bottom, I'm forever on top as I carry the torch.
Suave Ramon.
Welcome back to DPE Takeover Radio. Caller, you are on the air.
Yo, can I hear the new Reezy?
Sure, I got you. The new Reezy coming up. Sit back, take a shot of cognac, lay the top down and ride out. New Breezy the Life coming up now on DPE Takeover
I'm
Radio.
in the Silverado, switch it up to the Lambo. She wanna get it poppin' like a nigga is Rambo. She wanna give me samples like we walking through Costco. Been in a bit of fit for Reezy, there's no Roscoe. Clear bottles, got me on wobble, hoppin' Diablo. Red lights stick like the green, don't try to follow. Model, got my money up, no lotto. Baby Bobby, what she cop, my plane headed to Cabo. Spread it like a taco, I put beef in the middle. Me metaphorical reels, they pay me 1,000 fiddles. A little, I need a kilo that moves at its own place. Blessed from the game, from the bay, I hail ace. Taste for a little bit of fame to go crazy like Smokey off of AD Blood on Friday. Amazed what your boy Breezy say, I call plays. Give me the mic, I'm taking DPE up all the way like. It be the money, it be the hoes. They got me in this life I chose. And I can't stop now, I'm pushing the hard mile. Cause me and Brooke have never been close. So I'm gon' grind, baby, and I'm gon' shine. Cause you ain't got yours, don't hate on mine. Stop being late and try to be on time. Be on time, still wouldn't get you there before me. You bum niggas is dumb niggas geeking off thee. Go get your own dollars. You wanna plot on me? Don't holler at a bitch till you heard she easy. Man, a bitch better move mountains to please me. Man, a bitch better carry fountains and feed me. Cause I'm the type of nigga when I leave, she needs me. And you's a broke nigga waiting on her check. Begging for a couple hundred and demand respect. Get your life in check, get your hustle right. Make it mean on the block or get a 9 to 5. Stop hating on the next nigga getting his guap. Why you playing mad and he out there running the block? Why you think a bad one passing? She don't wanna talk to a nigga in the hood smelling like asphalt. Then you call her a bitch, I guess it makes you feel better. Then she walks straight to me and has me all the chatter like. It be the money, it be the hoes. They got me in this life I chose. And I can't stop now, I'm pushing the hard mile. Cause me and Brooke have never been close. So I'm gon' grind, baby, and I'm gon' shine. Cause you ain't got yours, don't hate on mine. Stop being late and try to be on time. Be on time, still wouldn't get you there before me. If you believe you still achieve. A lot of times we don't believe where we came from. I didn't mean to make you wait this long, but you can't rush greatness. Let's get this clear. I wasn't the first one to show you this grown man shit, but after Deuce Pay showed up, shit ain't never been the same since. Let's go. It be the money, it be the hoes. They got me in this life I chose. And I can't stop now, I'm pushing the hard mile. Cause me and Brooke have never been close. So I'm gon' grind, baby, and I'm gon' shine. Cause you ain't got yours, don't hate on mine. Stop being late and try to be on time. Be on time, still wouldn't get you there before me.
Queens, are you ready? On Saturday, October 26th, doors open at 2:30 p.m. Please head out to Single Hall in Woodside for the official book launch of Sadie's favorite, the bold new release from mental health advocate and the genius behind BPD Beautiful, Miss Sarah Rose. It blends fiction, mental health, trauma and healing, and music. Sadie's favorite is more than a story, it's an experience you're not going to forget. Please come out and celebrate this with us. It's a celebration of resilience, creativity, and community. We'll catch you all over there.
PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are. Now streaming on all smart TVs. Just add the Live 365 channel and search PUSO. PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are the stars.
You see that? Viral. But nah, that one of them.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
What's up, world? It's your homegirl, Ivy Katie, whatever you want to call me. Just talk to me nice because we are back. We've had some hiccups along the way trying to get some episodes together, but it's okay, man, because you can't stop greatness. And talking about greatness, right? I'm going to get to enjoy today's interview. I hope you enjoyed the new music from Ray Pearson, a new visual from Josh Manton, our Rawrrzone spotlight with JQ we played the other day. Played everyone from the team. I hope you enjoyed it. Our commercials for our October 26th event with BPD Beautiful. We are launching Sadie's favorite. It is shining a light on borderline personality awareness. We got the other day on the 1s and 2s. We have a special performance from Them versus Her off the soundtrack. So it's definitely something you don't want to miss out on. So click the link below. Get your ticket, get your book bundle. We even got bundles with the soundtrack. Make sure you follow at BPD Beautiful. Tell him that Ivy sent you. Woo! All right. Shout out to our media sponsor, the official Cap House. Please follow the Content Mall on Discord. We working to expand into the European countries. So we are so blessed that we get to share our content with our partners over there. But yeah, follow at official Cap House. Follow Welcome to the Raw Zone. Whew. But yeah, so I'm really excited about today because it's very rare you see women in independent media, and we all got our start from somewhere. So welcome back to the Raw Zone, where we shine a light on the voices shaping music, media, and culture. Our guest today is a trailblazer and someone who's done that for the independent music scene in New York. She is the award-winning media personality, producer, and host, Miss Jasmintaylortv herself. For over a decade, Jasmine has been one of the leading voices in independent media, creating a platform like Jasmine's Got the Juice, Quality Over Cloud, and Backtalkers to amplify authentic stories and spotlight rising talent. But her work goes beyond media. Jasmine's also a passionate domestic violence advocate, using her platform to change through her powerful event Beneath the Surface, returning this year on October 18th. And she continues to expand her brand with Muse by Jasmine Taylor, bringing her creativity into beauty and wellness. As someone who is taking her career and modeled it from her, I am very honored and proud to welcome Miss Jasmintaylortv to the Raw Zone. Let's bring her on, guys.
Hey, that was so beautiful. Thank you. Thank you for having me, Ivy.
No problem, lady. Welcome to the Raw Zone. Our little right. This is the digital version of Drink Champs, where everyone can just sit and chill and be merry.
Yes.
But so for those that don't know you, right, love, tell the world who you are.
Well, I am Jasmine Taylor, Jasmine Taylor TV on all social media platforms. I'm a mother before anything. I'm a bad bitch after. I am a media personality, domestic violence advocate. I am also a registered mentor in the city of New York, although I do live here in Charlotte, North Carolina. I've been living in North Carolina since 2019, so that's 6 years. Um, I am very outspoken, but yet I'm very sensitive. And I just love to cater to authenticity and to the underdog. So that's really me in a nutshell.
So we started talking about it in the back, right?
Mhm.
We love doing the interviewing, but we can never be interviewed.
Yeah.
Why is this? How do you feel why it's so hard for us to be able to put that spotlight on what we do?
I think it's because we know what we do behind the scenes. So for myself, I'll speak. I know how much work that I put into like produce a interview segment. You know, I don't just ask basic questions or generic questions or cliche questions. I actually put in, I watch old like interviews from different artists and things like that. So I know what not to ask. Or I literally go back on their social media. Like I really do my homework because I take my craft seriously. And I feel like in today's age, a lot of people don't take their craft seriously. So just because I do what I do and I might have the platform and you might have known me for so long, I don't feel like I have to get on your platform because in all reality, it won't be doing me a favor. I'll be doing them more of a favor, you know? And that's really why I feel the way I feel and why I haven't let too many people interview me. It's been a few people. One person I no longer speak to, but it's been a few people that I have let interview me. I don't know where the interviews are, but I have let a handful of people interview me. But that's just my reasoning. I feel like a lot of people don't really do the necessary journalism homework to even have me communicate with them.
I feel like just the act of doing research, like if this was, and I even feel like this because I write for your website as well,
Mhm.
and before anything, I'm always doing research on what other people, for an example, on a music review. Yes, I have my own opinions, but let me see what other people are saying because, there could be an opinion that I still haven't looked into, so I can re listen to formulate
Mhm.
a better opinion. You have people right now just not even doing the necessary research. They book you based on your numbers, and that's pretty much it.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I just feel like it's more of it's a cloud thing because I've been doing media for 13 years. I started when people was making fun of people doing media, doing internet radio. Before internet radio was laughed at, it was, oh, radio wannabes. In fact, Hot 97 used to call DTF radio a Hot 97 reject station. So I started in 2013. I started doing media, doing radio in 2013. Shout out to Dizzy Brown. He introduced it to
Dizzy!
me. Yes, he actually introduced me to radio because he knew me from being a party promoter when I was a teenager. So he was like, Jasmine, you've been doing party promoting for so many years, like it's oversaturated. You should start doing radio. So I'm like, what? No radio. I don't know. What do you mean? I'm scared. He was like, Jasmine, you have the personality, you have the connections. I think you should do it. So it was a Wednesday. We did a Wednesday show from 8 to 10 p.m. It was me, Dizzy, Super Agent Dre.
Dre!
Yeah, it was us three on air on Wednesdays on Extreme 104 FM. And it was a pretty good
Oh,
experience.
Miss DJ
Yes,
Exotic Mommy
yes.
Station.
So that's where I started doing radio at. After that, I went to Flow Empire Radio. That was a small station in Manhattan. The guy's name was Slim. You probably have him on social media, on Facebook, maybe. But it was,
Yeah.
well, I don't want to say Flow, excuse me, FLO Empire. Yeah, because if he heard me say
What did
Flow,
that
he'll be like,
stand
what the
for,
hell?
anyways?
For lyricists only.
I never knew that until today. I'm not even gonna hold you.
Yeah, for lyricists only. Um, and that I was there. And then I guess like, the station shut down temporarily. So I was like going through a depression. I'm like, oh my God, I need a station to go to. So I then went to DTF, not DTF radio, I'm lying. I then went to the Matrix Studio. Shout out to DWI up in the Bronx.
When it
So
was
my
at
Brook,
135th or the one before it?
it was way far. It was far out in the
Not
Bronx.
the one by the highway, right? Because that was the last
Yeah.
location they had in the Bronx.
No, 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 no. It wasn't
Oh,
that. It was a location far out because the location by the highway that was even closer. It was far out in the Bronx, and
oh shit.
I used to go there every Monday from 8 to 10 with Miss Mocha Marie and Robbie Nova. Um, and then I got pregnant. I got pregnant.
With
I
her
started getting
adorable
really
son, by the way.
Yes, shout out to Elijah. Yes, so I got pregnant and I got really, really sick. So I tried to continue doing media, but it just was not happening. So I stopped. And then I thought I could go right back to the same station, but I'm like, dang, I really can't. I need a station that's closer. I'm a mom now. Um, I forgot who connected me to Sean at DTF Radio from They Got Skills because that's whose show I was on. I was on Sean's show with Choice, Heck, uh, Miss
That wasn't the
Diva.
Friday one, right?
Yeah, we were on Fridays from 5 to 7. That show was super lit. We had so much fun. Oh my gosh, we had an amazing
Crap.
time.
The one that
Huh?
he ended is that the same one he ended up doing with Gem after? And then Choice went
With
to 7 to 9?
yeah. So I know it was
Okay,
me, Choice, Sean, Hector, Heck. It was a lot of us. It was like 5 of us on that show. But we had a great time. We were on DTF radio. And then all hell broke loose. So I was a part of DTF radio as a host, But then I got the owner and he was like, you know what? I like what you do. I see your work. I like what you contribute to the station and the show. I want you to be a station manager. So, okay, right, cool. I could be a station manager. That meant I could have free time. Like I didn't have to pay for my station. I mean, my show because I'm there. I was at DTF Radio, I think twice a week on Wednesday mornings. Did you sneeze? Bless you.
I'm saying sorry. Thank you.
Oh, um, I was at DTF Radio twice a week, I think for as far as managing for so I think
Yeah.
I was there Wednesday mornings and then I would be there Saturdays all day, like literally all day for Saturday mornings and
Oh my
all the way
God,
to
you
the
had my
afternoon.
schedule. You had my Saturday schedule.
Yes, so I
Mm-mm.
was there all day Saturdays, and mind you, I'm a mom, so at the time Elijah was only like 1 or 2, so he's at the station with me all day as well. And I forgot what had happened, but then the owner wanted us to start paying, but then I ended up losing my job, so I couldn't pay. And I felt like it was an embarrassment for him to put my name on the board publicly in the office where everyone could see. So that's where he and I started beefing because I was
Oh, I
like, out
didn't
of
know
all,
that.
yeah, I'm like, I don't know if you remember, but whenever people would be late on their like station rent or whatever,
Yeah,
the
yeah,
like
yeah.
everyone's names would be on the board. So he had my name on the fucking board. And I felt like it was a smack in the face because I'm like, first off, I'm one of the station managers and I'm here doing so much shit. Why would you even put this publicly? And why are you even trying to charge me anyway? You know? So he was like, you can't do things for free here and a whole bunch of stuff. So now we're in the station manager like group chat. And I was giving out suggestions, like different ways we can make money. I'm like, considering DTF is like one of we call ourselves the digital radio online blueprint or whatever. Why don't we
Yeah.
have like our own type of summer jam kind of things, considering everyone comes through DTF radio before they even pop? Like, you know? So he was like,
Yeah.
we're not promoters. That's not our job. I'm like, what do you mean? So what are people even getting besides saying they came to DTF radio? So I guess he felt like I kept challenging him or whatever. And that's what it was because one, I owed you rent. You put my name on the board publicly instead of hollering at me. That means everyone who comes in and out that station office could see my business. When you know, he knows that I was struggling really bad because one, I lost my job, and two, I was being beat on. I was going through domestic violence at the time. So I just was so emotional behind that. And he didn't understand my perspective. So I basically was like, you know what? Fuck you. And I said that to him. I was like, fuck you. So he banned me from the station. And I feel like he had something to do with people not fucking with me for real after that.
I mean, to tell you the truth, I didn't know that. I didn't know none of this. I just
Mm-hmm.
was like, okay, one day you were here, one day you weren't.
Mm-hmm.
You
And
know,
I was
and
there
then
for like
Heck
3 years.
and like Heck just told me like study what she does because she's good at what she does, and I'm like, well, you're not
Thank
wrong.
you. Thank
You
you.
know,
I appreciate
so it
that.
was just one of those things, and then like slowly I started seeing less females at DTS, and not because I guess maybe everyone just moved on at some point.
Yeah, I
You
think
know,
everyone did started moving on, but behind the scenes, like if you were behind the scenes and you knew what was going on, it became very messy. So, and then let's be real here, DTF was based around a bikers club. So it became very male dominated. So it was too much, not gonna lie. It was a lot, especially for me during that time because I think that was like my peak of my domestic violence. So internally, I was not a nice person. During my years at DTF radio, yeah, I've come across a lot of people and made a lot of connections. But because I was in such a dark space, I do feel like I've burnt a lot of bridges. Some were necessary, some were because of my own situation and my own like healing that needed to be done, but I couldn't. I was living through it every day during those times. Oops, my lights just died, but it's okay. Um
listen, man, you still slaying. Look at that. Let's get closer. Look at how pretty she look. Look at that.
Thank
Ow.
you. But yeah, so I was just going through so much during those times to where I burnt a lot of bridges and I wasn't the nicest person during the DTF time. So I try to say often, I should say it more often, to those who I probably encountered. Even Dizzy Brown. Dizzy Brown and I had a few falling outs during my time of domestic violence. So I always try to let it be known that I am super apologetic if I have rubbed you wrong, if I have cursed you out, told you suck my dick, because during that time, suck my dick was the first thing that used to come out of my mouth. Yeah, so I'm an adult now. I'm 33 now, no longer in my 20s, and I've grown. I've
See, I
grown.
love that. I love that you realize, like, I'm not like, it's hard for people to come to, especially after their situations. People think that everyone's coming to attack them now,
Mhm.
and it takes a
I used to
lot for
feel that
someone.
way.
But and that's what I'm saying. So it takes a lot for someone to overcome that, because sometimes people are not coming at you, but you didn't
Mhm.
see it back then, you know.
Yeah,
And it's
I see
amazing
that
that you
now. Yeah, like
it's
there's a
amazing that
lot
you
of
see it now.
people. Absolutely. Shout out to Buck. Buck, I, he calls himself Buck Madoff, but I know him as Buck
Yeah.
Rogers. But he's one
Wow.
where that goes back. So I know him as that, but he's one person I would say literally has always shown me tough love. Even during my darkest days, I felt like he used to always chastise me or challenge me. But now that I'm an adult, I'm like, nah, he was showing me like, cut the excuses. Not saying what I was going through was an excuse, but people's messages go like are delivered differently. Excuse me. So his thing was, Jasmine, I see you beyond the surface. You're gonna be good. You don't have to be this mean person. You don't have to be defensive. And that's who I was. I was very defensive. I was not a receptive person. So if people were giving me constructive criticism, I'm taking it as they're judging me or they're against me and things like that. And it was like, it was never that. So me having to grow up just showed me a lot about myself. And accountability is the first step into healing, I feel like.
So we can get into like the your media career after this, because you started talking about beneath the surface. At what point in your journey, right? Because it's up to you how much you want to get into it, of course,
Mhm.
but from where, in what point did you decide, okay, I'm not the victim no more, I want to help others?
So I started throwing events. I would say in 2016, maybe. They were like just informative pop-up shops, is what started calling them, because I realized that every month that I would do a pop up shop, not every month, but whatever month I would happen to throw a pop up shop, it would be October. October, yes, we all know that it's Breast Cancer Awareness Month, but it's also Domestic Violence Awareness Month. I would have something in February for Black History Month, March for Women's History Month. I've had events in January for Incarceration Awareness Month. I've had so many different type of events to raise awareness, but the domestic violence awareness events became a thing not because I felt like, you know what, I'm not a victim anymore. I started throwing them when I was still a victim. There's been many times where I have thrown them and I went home and got my ass whooped because I threw a domestic violence awareness event, because my abuser thought I was throwing them and sitting in front of this audience and just talking about him and making money off of it. I had just started making a couple of dollars, not even enough to fully pay for my travel in a hotel at these for these events. You understand what I mean? So I never did it for the money. I literally have done it to start healing myself, because what I would do is I would book people who can provide legitimate resources within the city of New York. And those resources, they weren't only helping the people who were in attendance, they were helping me as well. So I would put in that work, and me noticing how many, not only women, but men are going through it, I'm like, oh snap, this is something that's needed. So the more I started throwing these events, the more I started healing throughout these events. Because, people always say we have to go to therapy. It is a great thing to do. I'm not against therapy, but everything, like, everyone's different. So me being a media personality, me throwing my informative events, this is therapeutic to me. So I found me throwing events and actually being someone where people look to for advice, guidance, love, care, and to feel vulnerable enough to attend my events is really why I continue to do it. And I started seeing a change within myself, because I'm like, I can't be this angry person throwing these events, and because that defeats the purpose. These events are so we can start healing. So that's literally why I continue to do it.
Going through a situation like that, right? This was before you had your son, or this was
No.
okay?
So my son's dad, he's my abuser. I started being vocal about that. He started abusing me before I had my son, like right before I got pregnant. But unfortunately, before things get so deep in domestic violence, every situation is different. But isolation becomes a huge factor. I already was a person who didn't have much relatives or family members, let alone in the city of New York. Everyone's spread out everywhere. So the isolation started, then the mental abuse, the emotional abuse, followed by the physical abuse and everything else that followed under that. So there's been times where I probably tried to leave to go to a relative's house, but then it takes at least the minimum 7 times for a victim to even leave, for real, a situation. So there's been times I've tried to leave and I'd go back. There's been times where I've tried to and like go to a shelter, but because I was Jasmine Taylor TV, a household name, which I still am, but at that time I was super active. I just couldn't see myself going into a shelter. I'm like, well, I'm going to all these events. There's no way in hell I can be living in a shelter with a child, going to these events and still maintain my brand and who I am. So that's literally why I never went to a shelter. I had too much pride to do so. But also, I looked at it as, yes, that is very helpful to a lot of women and men who have been experiencing domestic violence. But I also didn't want that to be my story. I didn't want that to be a part of my survival story.
So, and I'm glad you brought that up, right? Because like I work with BPD Beautiful because I got diagnosed with borderline personality disorder last year.
Okay.
Yeah. The one thing that I've come to see with both, I feel like it's not just victims of domestic violence, but anyone that's had any emotional trauma, and especially someone that's in our position, right? We are so focused on our identity in the media that we kind of use Jasmine Taylor and we use Ivy as our crutches, right? Because that's our only way to keep going, you know.
Hmm.
But no one's like, it's very. Have you ever felt at a point where you lost yourself trying to be Jasmine Taylor TV and lose a sense of your identity in the process?
Absolutely. When I moved to North Carolina. So when I moved to North Carolina, that's when I felt the most insecure about my brand. Um, because I came to North Carolina with like a dollar and a dream. I didn't think about my brand. I didn't have a plan. I didn't have anything set in stone or anything like that. So um I started doing radio when I got to North Carolina, and it was cool. But I noticed that back home in New York, people weren't checking for me. Um, I wasn't getting called to events. I wasn't getting invited. No one was asking me to post them. It was so many things that was making me feel so insecure, and I felt like am I allowing my growth to stunt? And I'm talking about my personal growth. I'm like, am I so focused on my personal growth to where Jasmine Taylor is being overlooked? Because it got to a point where I started showing more of my healing journey than my media journey. And of course, I'm not in New York, so people are not going to assume that it's okay for me to come to New York and come back to these events. So I started feeling really insecure, and I felt like I lost my identity in that aspect because, especially during the pandemic, when a whole bunch of other like outlets started coming out of the ass. I'm like, hold on, no one's checking for me, but they checking out for somebody who just came out 3 months ago, and I've been doing this shit for so long, you know. So I definitely felt like I lost my identity. I felt like really insecure. I felt like, damn, I don't have it no more. I'm really not Jasmine's got the juice until I won this baby right here in 2022.
She
Yes. So
award winning, baby.
yes. So I won this baby in 2022. Shout out to Lizzie Chanel. Um, and it was organically. The Spotlight Music Awards in 2022. I was unfortunately unable to make it, but I won the award. People had to vote for me, had to promote the link, and I won. You know, and I was up against people who were active during that entire year in the media. I'm talking they will go to these events, they have their backdrops, they have more than just them, they have a whole team. They were active, you know, they interviewed people in mainstream media, all types of things. So I'm like, shit, how am I gonna win this award? And I ain't even been doing shit for real. But numbers don't lie, okay? And staying relevant matters. So although what helped me boost my vibe back is this award. I'm not gonna lie, because I'm like, hold on, I'm not in New York and I still won an award against people who are active in New York. That just means that I'm still keeping myself relevant by on social media. Social media is the shit now compared to when I started years ago. When we started years ago, even at DTF Radio, you had to go to listen through a streaming website on your phone. It wasn't an app. It was different back then. So um I definitely was in a dark place when I felt like I was being overlooked in media because different outlets and newer outlets started being pushed forward. But I had to look back. Like I took a long break and I just had to be a student. One thing I'm not afraid to do is be a student. If I see something is not working, instead of me wondering like why isn't it not working or beating myself up about it, I'm gonna sit back and see what everyone else is doing and see what everyone else like the you gotta know the theory, you gotta understand what's happening. You gotta, especially in social media, you gotta know algorithms, you gotta know what's hot. And me being auntie now, I wasn't really on that. I'm like, what the fuck? My name is my name. That should be enough, but that's not enough. So I had to get out that mindset and step outside of the box and be like, it's not that it's not that I'm being overlooked. Bitch, just work harder. That's it.
So with that, right? You've taken, and I feel like the way we got to our careers is very similar because I started in as a nightclub photographer,
Mm-hmm.
ended up being a promoter, a manager. I don't know how the fuck they even got me back into this shit, to tell you the truth. In my
Mm-hmm.
30s, they got me in the club acting like I'm 21. Jesus Christ. But that's besides the point. You were able to make beneath the surface something that you were able to use all your talents and able to give it back. What pushed you to merge your art in broadcasting, your marketing talents, and your activism to make this whole thing come to life?
So every year I do change the name. So this year it's Beneath the Surface. My last in-person event was Audaciously Me. I always just change the name, but now what allowed me to put all of my talents together is just throughout the years is seeing and knowing like my demographics, my psychographics, and seeing what people are reacting to, seeing who's contacting me for like even during the pandemic. Oh my goodness, I can really say during the pandemic, it took a spiritual toll on me. The amount of people on like from my social media realm who were contacting me to like pray for them or with them or do spiritual work for them or with them because it's the pandemic. I had to have my virtual event. I mean, I had to have my event virtually, so just seeing the lack of resources or the lack of attention, I'm like, I'm good at research. Why not do some research and get some vendors, some speakers who qualify, not just, and that's the thing that I want people to know. When I'm saying that I'm looking for speakers, it's not that I don't want us women and men to share our stories. I'm looking for speakers who are able to give us resources, legitimate resources, because anyone can come to my event and say, hey, my name is Tasha, I've experienced domestic violence, blah blah blah. Okay, Tasha, now what can you do to help the other people here, or how can we help you? What are you looking for? So it's not just like a kumbaya to talk. We got to actually provide resources, especially in our inner city communities. So me knowing how to do research, me knowing that I have a specific community that needs these resources is just why. And I'm also I'm well spoken, so why not put together these events, curate them, host them? And that's really what allowed me to put all of my talents in one. And like I said, to be honest, it's more so for myself to heal too. I'm still healing because like you never just stop healing. It's not like, whoa, I'm healed and it's over. And that's with anything, you know. It's always different. It's levels to it. It's onions. It's a layer. It's an onion. You have to peel back those layers. So even in June, those can of worms are reopened for me. I got into a physical altercation with my abuser back in June of this year after not being abused for over 6 years. So healing is never ending, especially for someone who've experienced so much trauma, whatever that trauma is, you know? So that's what allowed me to put all of my talents, my emotions into throwing awareness events.
What is it like being on the other side of it all? You've been through the hell. You're
Mhm.
now you're married, your career is thriving, everything is great. How does it feel?
Well, thank you for seeing that in me. um, because there's times where I still don't see that thriving Jasmine Taylor, but there's a lot of people who do. So I have to take it for what it is. I might not see it or feel it, but other people do. So I want to say thank you for you personally and whoever else sees that. But for being on the other side, it keeps me going because again, it's like there's not a lot of women in independent media who are raising awareness to specific causes within our minority communities. So the fact that people in our independent media know, well, Jasmine Taylor, she has these resources. That's really what makes me like that's what keeps me on the other side. However, I do feel like people want to know more about me being on the other side and how I navigate through life being on the other side. Um, Starting my healing journey was not easy once I left New York. Um, there's many nights I cry, even as a married woman still, there's many nights that I cry. There's many nights where my PTSD and anxiety are like skyrocketed. It's a lot. It's an everyday battle. So I'm just good at wearing it. I go through it and I feel like people on my Facebook would see that more than like Instagram. You would know. You see me on Facebook and Instagram. It's not like two different people,
I'd be
but
creeping.
yeah, but I'm more open on Facebook than Instagram. Um but there's been times where I had worse days than better days. But I'm a mom And I feel like when you're a parent, your child feels your energy in every way. So there's times where I might be feeling down and my son, he'll call me and he's like, I just called to tell you I love you, mom. I'm like, damn, you little boy. How'd you know I was just crying? But being on the other side, it's like rewarding because who doesn't want to feel needed? Especially a person like me. I come from a background where I've always felt abandoned. So when it comes to like other, being the person where people can look to for advice, or like I said earlier, for advice, for safety, security, or just someone to just listen, because there's a lot of people who I probably have one conversation with. I think we probably gonna build a friendship or some shit, and I just have one conversation with them. I never speak to them again, and that's okay. Because my purpose is even, I don't know, my purpose is deeper than me. It's just how I feel. Like it's bigger than me. So whatever that purpose is, I don't fully understand it yet. I just know I'm a hood prophet. I gotta get whatever message out that I'm here to do, if that makes sense.
She said she's a hood prophet, everyone.
For real. Because people come to me for readings, all types of stuff. And it's like, I don't do cards. I read energy so well, so strong, so deep. I don't need cards. No shade to people who do tarot card readings and stuff like that. But my African ancestors don't play about me. So I'm very gifted. And my tongue and my thoughts are so powerful. So that's also another thing that I always try to do. I try to think more positive into myself so I don't go back into those dark places, because truth be told, um since June of this year up until maybe last week, I've been having it really, 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 really bad, emotionally, mentally. I've been having anxiety attacks in here. Like it's been bad because um the door was reopened of domestic violence. I was physically assaulted. My wife was physically assaulted by my son's dad. I got arrested. He got arrested. And it's like, it's fucked up because I've been arrested 3 times in my entire life. And each time was for me defending myself from my abuser. So, because I know there's not real help out there for people who are experiencing domestic violence, excuse me, I know some way, somehow I have to be that help. So that's what it's like being on the other side for me.
So before we go into your media endeavors again, what can they
Hmm.
expect from October 18th?
Oh, excuse me. So October 18th, I do have a guest speaker from Safe Horizons. Safe Horizons is like is a hotline that we will call, that victims would call to seek like shelter and housing and things like that. This is literally emergency shelter for people who are experiencing domestic violence. So you would give the hotline a call. They'll do an intake over the phone. If there's space, they'll literally tell you, hey, can you meet us here? And they'll take you to a private shelter somewhere far from wherever the abuse started. So I have people from that organization, Safe Horizons, coming to speak. I have food vendors, I have drink vendors, clothing vendors, but it's not a pop up shop. This time I really want us to interact. So there'll be painting. We'll also have a balloon release. We'll also have a panel where we'll be doing question and answers. And that's basically what you can expect. You can expect laughter, you can expect crying, you can expect dancing, and just networking. And that's typically how my events are: lots of laughter, crying, networking. And I've seen people build genuine friendships after my events. And that's one thing that I've realized. My events bring people together in so many ways than one. So that's what you can expect: togetherness.
Oh man, oh man. I am so excited for this. I will be there with bells on, with the camera strapped around my neck and everything. Um but let's really talk about it, right? You
Let's do
you you
it.
you spoke about your journey and where you are now. As far as being a independent correspondent, but what people don't really realize is you are the very few, like they used to say that Angie Martinez and Wendy Williams started it for our generation. But what you essentially did was you laid the bricks that they did for us. For
Oh, thank you.
you laying it for the next generation, because I be seeing like there's some annoying ass females on Facebook. There's some hella annoying females. And you
This
sitting there being nice to them too when they don't deserve it.
You know, and it's crazy because I even be thinking I'm being a bitch to them even then. But it's like, no, I'm really being nice, you know.
No, I'm like, you were, from what I heard, like, yeah, you were being nice compared to what I've known.
Yeah.
So I'm just like,
I used to be super duper reckless with my mouth. Like whatever people have heard, I would say probably believe it. You know, like you know, people be like they did that shit. Probably like you know, especially like I said back then, I was in such a dark place to where I didn't give a fuck who you were or anything. So I was very snappy. But then even once I started healing and I realized I was still kind of going back and forth too much with people on social media, it's not appealing. People aren't going to want to work with you if they feel like you're always arguing with people or, you know, it's a different way to state your opinion without being argumentative, you know. So I had to chill, especially because my Facebook kept getting restricted, my Instagram kept getting restricted and deleted, like Jasmine Taylor TV. It was restricted for I mean disabled for an entire year. Now I can't even go on live on Instagram until November, and I done had it back for a year already. So it's crazy. So once I realized, oh shit, you bitches and niggas, y'all not even worth stopping my little social media money. I'm not doing this with y'all. And then you like, we gonna compare this to Nicki Minaj and Cardi.
oh my
Okay.
God, thank you.
Yeah, we're gonna compare this to Nicki Minaj and Cardi.
Okay.
So this is my perception. And I feel like they both look fucking stupid. But my perception is this, and I can say this because you see how Nicki is the blueprint for the girls under after her, right?
Yeah.
I know that I'm a blueprint for many after me. So you see how I also said in 2020 and different things, I felt like there was the new people was I was overlooked because it's a whole bunch of new people. I was being Nicki Minaj. I was on social media like, fuck these new people. They not better than me and this and that. Like
Oh
that
no,
shit
I
is
remember.
nasty.
I remember because there was a male correspondent that used to shout out people, and I used to see her reactions like, "Yo, fuck this motherfucker in his list. Like, what the fuck did you know?"
Yeah, because it's some people where I feel like, wait, what? You know? But shout out to Buck Madoff. He actually did another list. He did another list and he included me into the list because yeah, you see I'm active. And that's all it was. Like remember I said earlier, just fucking work harder. That's it. No matter how long you've been in the industry. So what I was saying to compare it to Cardi and Nicki, like I've been in Nicki's shoes where it's like, hold on, I'm the household name. My show has done numbers. I done interviewed mainstream, all types of people. You know what I mean? So I'm like, I used to talk my shit during these times, but that was coming from a place of insecurities. So, and that's why I think about Nicki Minaj. It's like, hold on, you've been in this game, you already well respected. Yeah, you could pop your shit so people could remember who the fuck you are. Not saying people forgot, but it's okay to have friendly competition. But when you've been in the game for so long and you know you paved the way for so many people, you don't have to stoop that low. And that's what I have learned to do. I'm gonna still talk my shit, but I don't have to sit and tell everybody suck my dick.
I'm glad you said that though, right? Because being that you said you the Nicki of the situation, how do you feel like a lot of these newer people coming into the media are they
They not humble.
thank you. You just took that right out of my
They're
mouth.
not
Like
humble.
they
They're
fucking
not
up.
humble. They're not humble. They're not humble. And the reason I say that is because, again, it's people like you, it's people like me, it's people like Miss Diva, it's people like Miss Mocha Marie. Is she someone from Uptown? She been doing this before me for 20 plus years in the independent media world. It's so many different people who started around the times when we started. So we know what it's like to really have to be outside in the street to get our names known. We know what it's like to really have to go to every single showcase and event. We know what it's
And
like to have to
club.
do that. You know, we know what it's like to have to literally just be out all day, all night. We know what that is like.
And
Now
then
I
go
feel
to
like
work
so
right after.
exactly. And then go to work. And a lot of us started having kids. So even me, I had a job, I had a kid. I was going through domestic violence. I still was managing DTF radio, had my own show, was a co-host on the show. I had a lot going on. So I feel like they aren't humble because they don't know the real motherfucking work that a lot of us had to put in to even get to where we are. Because now, again, things are a social media game. So once you have, you look like you doing something on social media. Now you got clout, and now people want to fuck with you. Now you could, like a lot of these mic drop performances. When I first started reaching out to some of them, this is in the beginning of their shit. Some of them was charging $600 for me for their platform. Some of these mic performance platforms, yeah. Some of these drill page platforms where people posting their music, where people like me and you might do it for free because we fuck with the artist and we might have found. You get what I'm saying? Because we
Yeah.
genuinely love the artist. Some of those people paying $250 fucking dollars for a permanent post from these drill pages.
Yo.
So yeah, it's
And it's
crazy.
crazy.
So it's a money grab. It's not genuine. These people are not genuine. This is not their love. So that's why they're
But
not
then
humble.
But then at the same time too, right? Because we had that conversation, and I remember you telling me, because just for some clients, right? And it's like, yo, Katie, I don't want to charge you, but I need to make a bag off this too. And I'm like,
Mm-hmm.
yo, I totally understand that. You charge me whatever you charge. But it's like,
Mm-hmm.
but if we have the audacity, like, or in their eyes, we have audacity to charge artists that are reaching out to us. We are charging
Mm-hmm.
other people that are reaching out for our services. You're reaching out to our network. You're reaching
Mm-hmm.
out to our platform.
And I believe in people charging what they're worth, but
But
I
don't
say that
OD.
to, yeah, I say that to say because social media made it to where numbers and clout look so lit, they're overlooking people where, again, people like me, people like you. If y'all put in that $250, imagine the motherfucking interview y'all will get from us. You get what
For
I'm saying?
$250 fucking dollars.
You understand what I'm saying? I don't charge that right now. I'm only charging $80 for the fucking rest of the year for
Bro, I
interviews
remember
online. And mind you, my prices was more than that before, but I gotta think like a street hustler. You gotta go lower to make some money, because then you'll get more clients.
I remember before I remember before my mom moved in with me, I had a package. You want a photo shoot so you can get proper headshots and an interview for $300.
Mm-hmm.
My photo shoots alone cost $300. So I'm giving you an interview and a photo shoot. But I have the fucking audacity to fucking charge for my platform.
Yeah, people don't but then and people, I don't know. Okay. I don't know what it is, to be honest, at this point anymore. I do. It's just clout. It's clout-based industry now. Because shout out to DJ Drewski, but even him, like, he's been in the industry for so fucking long, right? But a lot of people only know him from being on Love and Hip Hop. But us New Yorkers knew of him before then. But then I realized during the pandemic, he started again. I fuck with Drewski. I fuck with him. I call him Light Bright. He know I call him Light Bright. But I feel like he started dick riding all the drill rappers and all of that. And that's what helped him gain clout. So it's like it's just be so crazy because even the pioneers before us, Unc Lex, they start clout chasing now. It's like,
Wait,
damn.
but do you think he actually got
Do I think he hasn't got him fired?
Did he get him fired?
I always believe there is some truth to a rumor. So I can't say yeah, I can't say no. Um, I know like me personally and my spirit, how I feel towards him, Funk Flex. It never was like a genuine feeling. And I've been in the rooms with him multiple times because when I was a party promoter, we used to book him all the time to DJ. And I just never had a welcoming feeling. And I hate those stupid fucking bombs that he always drops. Like, I mean, not the bombs. I just hate all the horns and everything. I just hate the bombs. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. And then even with the bombs, it's like, yo, you're not even original because that's not what you were doing before. Like, there's another DJ who is it DJ Clue who was doing that first? But either way, do I think he got him fired? I don't know. I'm not behind the scenes. And me personally, I didn't even bother to do too much research into it, which I'm sure I could have got that answer like if I wanted to. But hey, it could be some truth behind it. To me, like I said, when it comes to rumors, I don't believe them all the time, but they have to stem from somewhere.
I was watching the Drink Champs interview with him, with enough Camilo, Butch Rock was there. All of these DJs I was sneaking into clubs to go see. And when they talked about it and they just asked him the question straight up, right? The way he looks so defeated, the way Enough looks so defeated, you couldn't help but really be like, yo, he got dogged.
Yeah, he looked defeated. Even his last day on air, he started crying on air, like when he was DJing. Even when TMZ called him outside and was questioning him, he looked defeated. Like, I feel so bad, but the game is changing, and although the game is changing, I feel like behind the scenes, Hot is not changing with it. I feel like they're still stuck in their ways, but they're too stuck in their ways because even when it comes to Angie leaving over 10 years ago now, it's like I still don't know why. Obviously, money, but for her, who was y'all face, it's a reason she left y'all. And then to be honest, back in the day, DJ Envy used to be on Hot 97. Like it's a reason for a lot of things. And then a lot of people who used to be on Hot 97, there's a station in New York, 94.7 The Block. And that's where Cypher Sounds. A lot of the old school DJs who used to be on Hot 97, they're all there. So it's a reason. It's something. It's a dark cloud over Hot 97. That's all I can say.
I think after Hot 97, whatever the when Ennis Communicate, I guess they sold it because Hot 97 is not owned. It's owned by like Media something now. And I was having this talk with Rock, but it seems like for the last Angie left 5 years ago to go to Power.
More than that.
When did the book come out? Because that's when she really made that jump, when the book came out.
We could find out, but keep bringing your point.
But she left, and you started
Yeah, she left it 10
like,
years ago. That's why I said 10 years ago. She left 10 years ago because I remember I was pregnant still when she left. And I remember I was mad emotional.
Programming just went down then too. I guess that's why you hear more just music, the same 15, 20 songs in rotation every hour on the hour. You know, and that's why
people... They're scared of fucking change. They're scared of fucking change. And I say that because even like when they would have independent hosts, do they like 1 o'clock in the morning show or people from their street team? It's like, why y'all doing them dirty? Why do y'all have them on at 1 o'clock in the morning on a weekday? Or it was weird shit that I knew they were doing because I knew a few people who were doing like their overnight shows. But it's like, it's so many people in media. Why aren't y'all hiring us? You know, like y'all have enough time in y'all slots Me personally, I'm not gonna hold you. If the opportunity was presented to itself, I wouldn't say I'm not going to take it. But because I have such a strong opinion and just everything is so strong and I don't know if I could really follow 100% the FCC guidelines.
Oh, hell no. That's why I have
So
my shit on YouTube and I'm internet radio because I don't get sanctioned. I
exactly.
mean, I could get sanctioned, but I'm not.
Exactly. And I think that's why I'm like, I'm cool with being an independent media correspondent or media personality and just Jasmine Taylor TV because y'all not gonna shut me the fuck up. Y'all not gonna,
Mm.
and I like being my own program director and music director. Like I like playing my own shit that I want to play. So since DTF radio, that's one thing I did learn how to do is engineer the fuck out of a
Yo,
show.
thank you. So I'm not gonna lie, and everyone still says it. Low key, he admits it. I am the person that saved DTF radio by getting them on StreamYard through the pandemic. But
Okay.
if it was not for Mark sitting down with me that one day while I was trying to automate everything, because every time I was doing my show from DTF radio, because I listened to the other motherfucker, I kept fucking up my sound. So I'm
Hmm.
like, Heck was trying to show us because I'm retaining the info, homie's not listening. So he would see my face. Eventually, thank God I split off on my own. But I learned
Yeah.
the fucking board, and that's only because you cannot work at GTF
You
radio without
cannot work at
having to
DTF
engineer.
radio without, nope. You need to know how to work that motherfucking board. And Mark, if we only train you a couple times. After that, if the manager know how to show you, then you cool. But aside from that, you on your
Then you
own.
ass out.
Yeah, you on your own. But hey, I
But
did
you
learn
also,
to engineer.
but you didn't just learn from there too. You also learned from
Hmm.
Brick.
Hmm.
So,
Yep. So that's
and
one thing
not a
that
lot of people.
a lot of people don't know about Brick Arts Media downtown Brooklyn, across the street from the big McDonald's downtown on Fulton
Yeah,
Street. A lot of people don't know about Brick, but that's been there for so many years. It's a nonprofit organization. They make money off of donations and things like that. And basically, if you're a Brooklyn resident, you have to be a Brooklyn resident. You can go there and pay for their podcasting class, their engineering class, their editing class. Now they have AI classes. I just recently was on their website. They have so many different classes. And all you have to do is take the prerequisite, which is free. That's just basically an informational course. And it's probably like 2 hours. They give you refreshments, little snacks and stuff. You go there. And then if you want to take a course, I think mine probably was like less than, yeah, I didn't do the full grand thing, but I think at that time it was like $50, if that, probably less than that, to get certified in the podcasting with them. So now you can go and you can rent out their equipment, their XLR cables, their everything. You can literally their recorders, you could do everything. You can even go there and rent out their podcast studio for free. All of that is for free. Once you become certified, you pay your little certification fee. You go there, you make your request online to rent out the studio for the day. Just make sure the time slot is available. Make sure the equipment is available, and you're good to go. And that's how I got certified because I took that class. It was like a 2-week class in East New York. Although it's downtown Brooklyn, they had me go to a library in East New York and take the 2-week class on Saturdays. Now it wasn't a 2 week. I think it was a month because I was there a couple times because it was on Saturday mornings early. And in order for us to pass the class, we literally had to compose an entire show, like a 5-minute show based on what the instructor told us. So he told us to like go outside and capture like background noise so it can be our background noise. He had us record like a small intro, a transition, and everything had to be clean. And if it wasn't clean enough, we didn't pass. We passed, that's when we became certified and I was able to and learn how to do things that way.
How important is it for us as independent correspondents and doing this on our own to have a hub like that full of resources to help us?
It's very important because you see, you're in your home, I'm in my home. Without those resources, we would be like, damn, fuck, what to do next? You know? So that's why it's so important. Even if you're starting small, like even in my house, I don't have a big board. My board is super small. This is my board. It's super small, but it
I got
works
the
and it's
road one.
convenient. Yeah, and I want to get the road one, but I'm not spending the money yet.
Oh
However,
no! I got the one channel one in here. That was the little $200 board that they got. I
okay,
send you the
okay,
link.
okay, okay, okay.
I'm not doing.
Because we
I
know
know which
road is
one you.
expensive.
Listen, man.
But
Shout
they're
out to
so
Reggie Lane.
good. They're
But
so good.
I almost walked out of his studio with his once because it was so pretty, and I didn't want to leave it. I was like,
That's
nah,
funny. But yeah, it's very
road sponsor
important.
me, please.
Yeah, but it's very, very important because say situations happen like the pandemic. And we can't go into a studio. We have to do things from home. What are you going to do? Sit on your ass and wait for something to open up? No, you're going to get up, order some shit, and do it yourself. So I think when people even ask, like, do I have a team? I don't have a team yet. I'm getting to the point where I want a team, but I have to just figure out how it's going to work, how it has to make sense to not just myself, but to them as well. It has to be beneficial for both parties. Um, but like, it's just so important because you can't do everything yourself and you would want to teach people. So that's why it's like, okay, I want a team, but I still got shit that I want to learn too. So I could teach them to be better than me. I'm gonna still be best, but I'm gonna be better than me.
So sorry. I have to
It's
add
okay.
the
This real, baby.
flyer.
It is cool.
No, because I work for a promoter and they asked me if I put something up on Eventbrite, I'm like, it's a recurring event, so I have to put the flyer back up.
Okay.
So it's always the same thing. But now that you said all of this and we've gotten so everything you've brought and you've said jewels, but the certain jewels you said, so like the quality of the programming and the cloud of the numbers.
Quality over clout, baby.
We got quality over cloud. We got Jasmine's got the juice. And we
And
got
so
back
quality
talkers.
back talkers. So Jasmine Taylor TV is the brand itself. That's me. I'm the walking brand. Under that brand, under that umbrella, we have Jasmine's Got the Juice. Shout out to Sean from They Got Skills. He's the one who actually gave me the name Jasmine's Got the Juice. This my homegirl Pretty Lopez, she was the girlfriend, baby mother of this rapper named Dizzy. He's the creator of the original Scum Gang, the shit that 6ix9ine be screaming out. He's the creator of Scum Gang, not 6ix9ine. They're the ones who was like, Jasmine, why don't you call yourself Jasmine Taylor TV? So I started calling myself Jasmine Taylor TV because it was just Jasmine Taylor. It was like, start calling yourself Jasmine Taylor TV because eventually everything's gonna go digital. Okay. So, and that was when
And
I
it
was
did.
and that's when I was at DTF Radio. So they shared Jasmine Taylor TV with me. And then after that, I was still at DTF Radio. And my specific segment was the entertainment news segment. So Sean was like, it could be Jasmine's Got the Juice since you keep shit juicy, like Jasmine's Got the Juice. And then you always be having your liquor, like, just, yeah. So Jasmine's Got the Juice is my main radio show. Quality over clout is when you see me post artist music on my Instagram page. That's like the
Okay.
artist spotlight. And then Back Talkers was a summer and spring segment that I was doing inside of the Maybach. And that's going to come back sooner than later. It was just like a small pilot. I wanted to see the feedback. I wanted to see if people were receptive to that different type of interview realm. And it's pretty cool. People are asking for it. So that's what Back Talkers, Quality Over Cloud, and Jasmine's Got the Juice entails under Jasmine Taylor TV.
Where which holds like a special place in your heart? Because it's like having 3 kids when you have shows. Like for me, I have Welcome to the Rawrrzone, I got Gorilla Talk with Ray, and then I have Ivy Speaks. So it's like,
Jasmine's got the juice. Oops, excuse me. Jasmine's got the juice because that's when I'm on radio. So Jasmine's got the juice is when I'm on radio. Radio is my first love before I had my son. No shade, Elijah. But yes, before I had my child, radio was my child. And it's still my child. But Jasmine's got the juice is my first love amongst all of the categories that is under the Jasmine Taylor TV umbrella.
how do you feel like your show stands out from the rest? And that can include Welcome to the Rawrrzone. I'm okay with that.
Well, I feel like my show stands out from the rest because I give, and this isn't just what I feel, this is what I've been told. I give that real raw radio vibe from that we grew up on, like from the 90s and early 2000s. So if
Yeah.
you listen to my show, you're gonna hear music in the beginning. You're gonna hear me talking. You're gonna hear an interview. You're gonna hear political news, current events. You're gonna hear entertainment news. You're gonna hear my opinion, and I give that type of vibe, and I think that's what makes me different. Especially because like just such a super nostalgic, old school, ghetto ass, black ass auntie, you know. So I think
Auntie.
so I really think that is what keeps me standing out. Now I see that all of a sudden a lot of women of my demographic are starting to um get back on their like big hoop vibe and their long nails. Right now I don't have my nails on, but typically I know you see I usually have long
Yeah.
nails and lots of rings. And you know, back in the day that was the Hispanic and black auntie vibe, you know?
I mean,
And
it's still auntie vibes.
yeah, and that's the vibe that I still carry, you know. But I'm starting to see people do that a little bit more. And it's like, that's cute, but this has always been me. So that's what keeps me standing out. I'm literally authentically myself. And I realize a lot of people are starting to say that more. And that wasn't y'all thing. Y'all wasn't saying authentically nothing. So I'm really just authentically me. I don't give a fuck. Although I do give a fuck, I'm a Cancer, so I'm a crybaby. But I don't give a fuck as well in the sense of keeping up with the Joneses and following the trends and what's hot. Like you're not gonna see me fiending to interview a fucking drill rapper. You know, like I don't
I would
care.
never.
Like, yeah, I don't
I
care.
It couldn't be me. I can't like there's some drill music because I'm not gonna lie. Like some people that'll make a drill record, but they're boom bap artists. Some of them finesse it, right?
Mhm.
But then you just have the straight drill, and I'm just like, no, I'm
Yeah, you
good.
know, and even with music, music is changing as well because as we know, there's some AI, there's a person behind an AI artist, Zania Monet or something like that, and they just signed her for like $3 or $6 million. The industry, it's crazy how just music is changing. So we go from all different realms of music. Now we have someone, not someone, well, someone behind an AI project who got signed. Certain things are just changing too much and it's disrespectful to not only people that are music artists, like whether a singer or rapper. It's disrespectful even to us media personalities because shit like that, if let's say mainstream shit like that could get fuck around and get snuck in your damn music spins, and now it's like what the hell, you get what I'm saying? And me personally, I'm not promoting no damn AI artist on my motherfucking platform.
Yeah,
i'm
I don't.
I'm not doing it.
That I don't get. I don't get it though because then aren't we like worried that our shit we're just gonna what be taken over by robots? That what we doing
Yeah,
right now?
pretty much that's what it's gonna come to. Yeah.
I don't want to be taken over by
Movies,
robots.
movies, TVs, everything is gonna be taken over. They're not gonna need us for real. That's why we
Mm,
gotta start putting shit into place for ourselves. So when they do start knocking us out the ballpark.
I can, man. I fucking can.
Yes.
Your beauty, your brains, you advocate for people, but people don't know is you have a beauty brand. So on top of being super lady, you
Mhm.
saving the fucking world. You putting all of these media hoes on check.
Yes. So I
And
do
you
have
got a beauty brand.
So yes, that is I'm slowly working on relaunching my beauty brand. So from the year of 2017 to 2019, I had my own I was actually partnered with a person. The brand was called We Are Untamed Cosmetics, and I had my own line. So think when Rihanna had her line with Mac or Nicki Minaj had her line with Mac. It was like that. So I had my own line within a company. I had red lipstick, lip liner, foundation, well, highlighter. I had a few different products. And every time I would restock, I would always sell out. And that was called it was so many different products. So I don't want to sit there and be like it was called each product because I don't really remember. But it was the Jasmine Tea collection. Oh, my eyeshadow line was called Brooklyn Days because it was different shade. It was like different smoky shades. So I
Well,
had
if you need
asked
a
one of my
brand
Facebook
ambassador, I
friends.
got you.
Yeah, thank you. So I had an eyeshadow palette and it was called Brooklyn Days. So now people are starting to ask me for makeup again. So I'm like, you know what? Let me start shopping around. So I am shopping around so I can relaunch the Jasmine Tea collection, but it's going to be called Muse instead.
Muse. I like it.
Yes, because I give sexy, and I want people to feel sexy. I want people to feel great. Even if you're not like a super makeup wearer, I want you to feel confident. Even so, whatever a muse means to you, I want you to be that muse while you're wearing my makeup.
So when it's all said and done, right? And I feel like this is just a question I ask everybody. What do you want to be remembered for?
So it's funny you ask because I think of those things often. The reason I think of those things often is because I'm a weirdo. So I think of when I pass away, who's going to say what at my funeral? Or who's going to make a post or it's like who's gonna post me on Facebook or Instagram and be like, oh, Jasmine was this way, right? So I just want to be remembered for all things good and the truth. Whatever the truth is to people, because not everyone has the same version of me. So when I'm no longer here, I want people to remember Jasmine Taylor as someone who was always unapologetically herself. She was liked by many, disliked by many, but she was always authentically herself because in all reality, I share my story before anybody could try to share it for me. So yeah. Yeah, thank you.
Oh man, I can literally have this conversation with you for hours.
Right?
But
I'm
I'm
like, oh
gonna
my gosh, we chatting.
I know. And they're gonna cut me off in a little bit anyways.
It's okay.
Because one of my stations I can't go past 2 hours no matter how much I
It's
want
okay.
to
We
half
can
the time.
always run it back when things get relaunched and everything. We can always run it back because we always got shit going on. So we can always run it back.
We definitely gonna run it back. Before we get into the Rawrrzone mix that you could hear only on the Evening Rush Radio Network and Pulso 82.3 FM on Wednesday and Friday. Um, drop the information for the event and tell them where they can find you.
Okay, so follow me on social media, Jasmine Taylor TV, Facebook, Jasmine Taylor Gil, social media, everything, just Jasmine Taylor TV. The event is October 18th from 2 to 8 p.m. on 308 East 109th Street. That is in Harlem. You can purchase the tickets on Posh. That's not Eventbrite. It's an app called Posh. Just type in the search Beneath the Surface. And the tickets right now are $15, but it will be $20 at the door. And you can pay through Tap. But yes, you can. October 18th, I'm looking forward to it because this is my first event in person since 2019. So I'm looking forward, well, my first domestic violence event in person since 2019. So I'm looking forward to it. But aside from that, you can follow me on social media, Jasmine Taylor TV. Make sure you listen to me every single Tuesday from 7 to 9 p.m. on the HUR Charlotte app. That's HURCLT on the App Store. Unfortunately, we're not available for Androids, but you can always stream my show afterwards on Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio, everywhere. And yeah, I'm on every Tuesdays from 7 to 9 p.m. Jasmine's got the juice. I'm here in Charlotte, but I always travel to New York. So just keep it locked in with me. I always got some type of motion going on, even if it looks like I have no motion. Just hit me out.
You always got the motion because you Jasmine with the juice.
Period.
Guys, thank you, my love. Thank you so much for being here with us. Thank you for being so accommodating with your schedule.
Thank you.
Thank you for also just being the example that women can actually work with other women without there actually being bullshit behind it.
It hasn't always been easy because, believe it or not, I'm so glad that like you're so out the way. I've had my fair share of catty bullshit, but it is what it is. It's a part of life. It's a part of the game, and you just gotta. Again, sometimes you have to fall back, pay attention to what's going on surrounding you, and come back and do your own thing. You got to let that hurt go. You got to stay focused. And that's where I think a lot of people fail at, because a lot of us are walking around hurt, and hurt people hurt people. So because, hurt people. So when we aren't healed, we aren't going to be the best in business, best in our personal lives, best as friends, or anything like that. So I've definitely had my fair share of fuck yous and at wars with a few people in media. So it hasn't been always clean, but I do want this to be said publicly. Like, I'm here to clean it up. Whatever fuck ups I probably had in the past, I'm here to clean it up.
And guys, it doesn't get more raw than that. This was Welcome to the Rawrrzone. I am Ivy. I'm here with Miss Jasmine Taylor TV. Definitely find her everywhere there. Follow Jasmine's Got the Juice. Check out all the blogs. She got a dope team of writers on her website. Not just about the talk. There's music involved. www.rawrzonenyc.com. Everywhere at Rawrrzone NYC. Catch us on Booster 82.3 FM. Catch us on the Evening Rush Radio Network. October 18th, we are Beneath the Surface. October 25th, we're putting light on borderline personality disorder with the Sadie's Favorite book launch. We are on the road to the Give Back for Sean concert, December 13th at Sanger Hall. We are looking for sponsors. We are looking for media to cover. We are looking for vendors. We are expanding the community. We are making that $10,000 goal before next year is up. I'm saying it. It's going to happen. Again, shout out to all of our sponsors that are here so far. Iron Visuals, The Other Day, Titan of Rap, Cap House, Rockview ENT. Get with one of us if you need more information. From myself and the beautiful and spectacular Jasmine Taylor TV, I leave y'all with these parting words.
I've got one more thing to say, and it'll only take me a second. I've got 2 words that I want you all to remember. They're very important. And if I leave you with anything, I'm going to leave you with these 2 words. And those 2 words are, I'm Batman.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
You know what I mean? I'm always in the feel good, because when I
step out, I like to feel good. Yeah. Ooh, look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. I turn it up and then I slide. I make a move and then I slide. Don't step like I'm who you mess with. I came in the room the freshest. Circle filled with block movers. Ain't talking the game of Tetris. Melanated with excellence. Elevated in essence. Loyalty be my preference. Royalty when I'm dressed with. You can't juice the drip when it's all source with. I manifest and make it happen. Yeah, the source is God. Of course I'm fly. Shorty, I don't walk, I glide. You caught a high. As if I had tossed the sky. I'm ayahuasca in the flesh with fly posture and fresh. I admire none except the mamas who been the best. Since Flatbush with the Creoles, I hustled and stayed in G-Mo. Moved through where's Frio with mask and coats like Zemo. I know that I'm more than black cause I'm from luminous lineage. I identify as him cause truly I'm who he really is. I refuse to be boxed in the youth. Need this experience to understand who we be and what it clearly is. Ooh, look, I'm outside. Look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. I turn it up and then I slide. And then I slide. I make a move and then I slide. Ooh, look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. I turn it up and then I slide. I make a move and then I slide. Watch me slide. Out here's ghouls and goblins with tools for robbing. Who'll take what you provide and then move in silent. Don't let them get too beside them. It's too beside them. Learn from us, move wavy like who's beside him. Mine's the mirror and image of the divine in this existence. Showing nirvana is found through intentions and persistence. No matter the way to work out, that's what uplifting is. That's how in essence you practice true spiritual fitness. Wally was telly boys in a telly with boys. Undercover telling the boys, making felons of boys. Busy and I was on the road moving through hell in Detroit. Stopped by the boys, but through the grace we excelled in the void. The situations of drama, designer box at the finest. To that saying baby trauma, racial slurs and death is minus. Them choppers that chopped up guys, the kids over here seen as toddlers. Home front help we need a lot of, so for us to prosper. Look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. I turn it up and then I slide. I make a move and then I slide. Ooh, look, I'm outside. Look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. I turn it up and then I slide. And then I slide. I make a move and then I slide. And then I slide. Yeah, look, I'm outside. Yeah, look, I'm outside. Oh, watch me slide. Oh, watch me slide. Don't step like I'm who you mess with. Circle filled with block movers. Ain't talking the game of Tetris. Melanated with excellence. Melanated with excellence.
Hey, I don't know why I keep getting played. That's a sad question, but I don't know why I keep getting played. Is it me? Is it you? I don't know why I keep getting played. Lord Jesus, help me turn the page. Hey. This one is for the ladies looking for a neck breaker with my Gwen Stacy. No hand scratcher, baby, I don't do the flaky. No shade in the morning, you can never sway me. I know it's kinda crazy how these women try to play me. Planet, I'm your Superman if you need me daily. And I ain't perfect, but I never go and blame the Baileys. She said you blame it on the liquor or you blame it Jamie. Rich on my drive, God is blessing me with a Mercedes. Told me that she kissed the girl, she a little Katie. I know that Jesus love her and I know he won't betray me. Whatever's rooted from the lion, it can never tame me. Didn't know what department till I've been to Macy's. See my drive keep me moving, I ain't being lazy. When you park in sin, it's a little shaky. I only park cause I'm a prince, that's a little Haiti. I'm looking at the bigger picture, you my little baby. I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you can show me in a special way. I thought that when you held me, we would always be together, baby. I see I was wrong, so now I'm leaving cause I ain't never had nobody play me like you. I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you can show me in a special way. I felt that when you held me, we would always be together, baby. I see I was wrong and now I'm leaving cause I ain't never had nobody play me like the best girl in the worst generation. Revolt against bad boys with allegations. Dating in your 30s like filling out applications. I can't act like you're physical with no communication. I said I love God, she said she loved a missionary. Not what I meant, I'm seeing an itinerary. Us praying for every meal, so necessary. Yo, die slow, we be building on the cemetery. Quote before we walk, this is not a rapid pace. Biting forbidden fruit, where have you sent an Apple Pay? I can't text certain things I would rather say. Writing in your diary, Princess Anne Hathaway. Drying on my energy, I done seen it evaporate. The best girl makes a great song, now let's collaborate. Keeping God a GPS so he can navigate. When the hard work is mutual, I won't back away. So where you at today? I'm trying to lay hands on you, girl, but not yet the nasty way. But you rather go and play, I thank God I go away. Hey, I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you can show me in a special way. I thought that when you held me, we would always be together, baby. I see I was wrong, so now I'm leaving. Cause I ain't never had nobody play me like you. I ain't never had nobody show me all the things that you can show me in a special way. I felt that when you held me, we would always be together, baby. I see I was wrong, and now I'm leaving. Cause I ain't never had nobody play me like you. Hey, ain't nobody play me like you. But I learned my lesson though, and it ain't gonna happen again. You know what? I'm not gonna lie, it might. I'm a hopeless romantic, man. Like, I love love. I be falling for the wrong women. Lord Jesus, please help me. Put a wife in my path. I don't want a vibe, I want a wife.
It's this only road that I'm walking. No company, no company. All the voices in my head won't stop it. My only company, my only company.
After all the things we've been through, how you over me when I ain't over you? Baby, if I let you go, would you still hurt me? Ain't no telling if you fucking with a real one.
I get out of relationships as soon as I catch feelings in it. I know that's wrong, but I'm dealing with it. When you live this life I'm living, you can't get a minute. You want me just to have me, or you need me, baby, please be specific. They think I'm stupid for these bitches that I pass on. Lately I just feel like something these women could brag on. Ask around, any op that played got smashed on. Said you want space, I gave it to you, but you sad for. I'm shocked by your corny shit, I ain't mad at you. It's partly my fault, cause I spent my time gassing you. All of these opinions that you carry isn't factual. Was wrapped up tight, I had to slowly unpackage you. You so fucking immature, so it's a mind difference. And I'm really on that time, so it's a time difference. You know why I get it. You in your bag, that you got fries in it. Posting on the gram, trying to remind niggas.
After all the things we've been through, how you over me when I ain't over you? Baby, if I let you go, would you still hurt me? Ain't no telling it. If you fucking with a real one.
You said you wanna pull up, I told you I wasn't having it. Every time I vent through you, you playing devil's advocate. I ain't screaming at you when I talk, I just get passionate. You get too emotional, I know you can't handle it. Bitches in my DM, question if I'm answering. You gotta understand that they fanatics and you family. Don't know if you love me or love the perks of this rapping shit. Every time I'm grinding, you hitting me on some catty shit. Thirst trap, show me how you operate. Mad cause I'm making sure my dollar's straight. Fuck I gotta do so you cooperate. My schedule packed, rolling up a split, make sure my mind is straight. You set me back with all of this stress, I can't tolerate it. Flashbacks of that top you gave me in that ass fat. Never cheated, you said that I did. You can have that, the way you tryna get me back. Shit is mad whack, packed all of my shit up in a trash bag. That's that.
After all the things we've been through, how you over me when I ain't over you? Baby, if I let you go, would you still hurt me? Ain't no telling it if you fucking with a real one.
It's this only road that I'm walking. No company, no company. All the voices in my head won't
Rawrrzone.
Businessman, you know I got to handle mine. Drop top with the team, yeah, we know how to ride. Late night text, shorty want me to slide. At the end of the day, all we catch is vibes. 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 At the end of the day, all we catch is vibes.
I pop up on your screen, just respect the allure. Can't help the swag, it just oozes out of my pores. $1 million dreams gon' leave the marble floors. Young college kids gon' be interns to do the chores. Most rappers in my class can't read my books. Bar for bar, it's not close, even down to the hooks. From the borough where they tell you respect the jooks. In the same place, chicks think it's all about they looks. That's too bad, I'm just a little too picky. Ain't no way you gassing me, cause other rappers think you pretty. Lucky to get me, shorty, I'm one of the kings of my city. Besides, you know I get paid well just to be witty. It's a privilege just to be sitting here and drinking with me. Plus I'm super duper fly, I would impress Missy. Grown man, not a minor. Signing off Johnny Flaws, aka Mr. Clever One-Liners, no joke.
Businessman, you know I got to handle mine. Drop top with the team, yeah, we know how to ride. Late night text, shorty want me to slide. At the end of the day, all we catch is vibes. 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 At the end of the day, all we catch is vibes.
I pop up on your screen, make sure you double tap. Don't hate on my post, but keep it a stack. Came out the crib with nothing less than the rack, and I stay styling, okay, go on the bucket hat. Do say in my cup, yeah, that's the wave. Jay became a billionaire, so I'm drinking what he made. Me and my team gon' need money to blow. Vibing with models, front row at the fashion shows. Heavy drip, I come through, it's a movie. Looking at eye candy with that sugar cookie. Rap vet, even though I'm not a rookie. After this, I gotta pick up some bread from the bookie. Better get a pic with me, I'm something to witness. Feeling like Jeter when he was winning them pennants. Every bar's a punch, just make sure you listen. Gotta switch the hat, 88 for the trenches.
Businessman, you know I got to handle mine. Drop top with the team, yeah, we know how to ride. Late night text, shorty want me to slide. At the end of the day, all we catch is vibes. 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 At the end of the day, all we catch is vibes.
Sorry I'm late, thanks for the wait. I had a lot on my plate, heart on my sleeve and a couple of tapes. I felt like I needed a break, but the talent innate. I laid this shit down in a couple of takes. Ain't no debate, I'ma be great. That's why I double my rate, but make no mistake, I wouldn't take the time off back. Had to get my mind on track, realize a couple facts. Yeah, I do this for chains and hopping on planes to have girls all over the map. I got bigger goals than that. I had all of that before rap, but I digress, and instead I get back to killing this beat. Say you're the best, well, I guess, but that's only until they hear me, then they confess they're impressed. So don't get that shit confused, there's only two options to choose. Either I win or I don't lose. 50-50, 50-50, but I keep it 100, y por eso lo inventan. They know we're not the same, como quiera lo intentan. Homie, stay in your lane, este flow no se renta. 50-50, 50-50, but I keep it 100, y por eso lo inventan. They know we're not the same, como quiera lo intentan. Homie, stay in your lane, este flow no se renta. 50-50.
Wey, bla. ¿Qué es lo que esta gente se están creyendo? Dale ahora, mátalo en español.
Ya. Juran que son peligrosos, que chistosos. Raymond Pozo, no te pases de sabroso, porque yo si no retoso, goddamn. Tú celoso y envidioso, yo buen mozo y aceitoso. Tanto flow que yo reboso, goddamn. Pero nada, ¿qué más da? Ya yo lo solté. No van a comparar, ya lo comprobé. Una y otra vez, saben que lo que no van a poder. Y ahora traje latino hip a mi gente del pueblo, meneando los hombros como Eddie Guerrero, tocando concierto de enero a enero. Yo te doy gabela, yo llego primero, no me desespero, ¿pa' qué? Si Diosito me tiene lo mío, trabajando más que el diablo y como quiera estoy bendecido. 50-50, 50-50, but I keep it 100, y por eso no inventan. They know we're not the same, como quiera lo intentan. Homie, stay in your lane, este flow no se renta. 50-50, 50-50, but I keep it 100, y por eso no inventan. They know we're not the same, como quiera lo intentan. Homie, stay in your lane, este flow no se renta. 50-50. Yeah. Who got that nasty flow? Randy I.E. HOMS. Ya tú sabes. Pa' mi gente de allá. Y mi gente de aquí también. Me quité.
You're now listening to the Evening Rush Network.
PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are now streaming on all smart TVs. Just add the Live 365 channel and search PUSO. PUSO 82.3 FM, where the independent artists are the stars.